the Dragovian Sanctuary. We Dragovians are capable of existing in two forms, human and dragon. I am Chen Mui, a Dragovian elder. I'll be your guide here. It has been many hundreds of years since humans last set foot within the sanctuary. Your sudden appearance may shock some Dragovians. That is why I would like to accompany you. You may feel uncomfortable at being escorted, but I pray for your understanding in this matter. What's this? What happened? The sanctuary wasn't like this when I left.
Master Chen Mui, what a surprise! It has been many years. When did you return?
Save the pleasantries. You must tell me what is happening here. I apologize. That's a matter for me to discuss with the council elders. Pray, let us pass.
Most honored Chen Mui, you may pass, but I cannot permit the humans to enter the council chamber with you.
We are facing a dire crisis, and you stand on formalities? I will take full responsibility for my guests. Now move out of my way at once.
It appears your mind is made up, Master Chen Mui. In that case, please, enter.
What is this? The Council of Elders is in session.
Ah! If it isn't Chen Mui!
It is! It is indeed. Welcome back to the Council, Chen Mui.
Thank you. But let us save the pleasantries for later. First, tell me how the sanctuary could have fallen into this state.
Ah, yes. I forgot that you left before the ritual was carried out. Very well. Let me tell you how all this came about.
Just after you left Chen Mui, the Lord of the Dragovians came to a momentous decision. As of course you know, we Dragovians are both human and dragon. He decided the time had come for us to abandon our human forms once and for all.
What? Preposterous! Does such a ritual really exist?
Our Lord ascended the heavenly dais to test the ritual on himself first. Once it was completed, our Lord became a dragon once and for all. Or so he thought.
In fact, the ritual failed. As you know, it consumes a great deal of energy for us to remain in our dragon forms. The ritual compensated for this by replenishing the energy from the ambient surroundings. In other words, our Lord began to absorb the energy of his fellow Dragovians. We are slowly being consumed by his unending hunger for energy. Thus, the sanctuary has fallen into discord and disarray.
As soon as we realized the ritual had failed, we appeared before the Lord of the Dragovians to plead with him to reverse it. But the ritual appears to have affected his mind as well. In his current state, he cannot be reasoned with. What now sits upon the heavenly dais is not the Lord of the Dragovians, but a savage, uncontrollable monster. He attacked us. We had no choice but to withdraw.
And soon the sanctuary of the Dragovians will be no more. I can put it no more plainly than that.
I see. It appears terrible events have unfolded during my absence.
Chen Mui, I meant to ask earlier, but who are your companions? They appear to be humans, if my eyes do not deceive me. I mean no rebuke. I am simply curious.
Your eyes do not deceive you. These humans intend to confront the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn.
Indeed. Is he?
There will be time for that later. They plan to confront the Lord of Darkness, you say?
If that is the case, they have arrived at a most fortuitous point in our conversation.
But can we really entrust such an important task to outsiders?
Outsiders? Perhaps you should introduce yourselves to the Council of Elders. I see. It would take powerful warriors indeed to overcome the strength of the Lord of the Dragovians, which makes these humans perfect for the task. Indeed, their valor has been acknowledged by none less than the god-bird Imperia.
The god-bird Imperia!
I hesitate to ask any more of you when you already journey under such a terrible burden. But before you confront Rapthorn, I would ask that you face the Lord of the Dragovians. Think of it as a personal request from me. Will you accept? I had faith in you from the very start. Simply hearing that lifts my spirits immensely. Please, come to my home, where I will prepare a cheese banquet suitable for great heroes such as yourselves.
Master Chen Mui, you finally return. I have looked forward to this day.
Ah, yes. Thank you for watching over things in my absence. I brought some human guests with me today. I want you to make sure they are comfortable.
Guests from the human world? Do you mean one of them is Miss Chia's?
Why don't you begin preparing tonight's meal?
Of course, Master. A cheese banquet, I presume. I'll begin preparations right away.
Please, Make yourselves at home.
What a spread, eh? I don't think I've ever eaten that much cheese in my whole life. Not that I'm complaining, mind. That was good grub. I'm just feeling a bit cosy round the old midriff.
That's Yangus, always thinking with his stomach. By the way, there's something about this Chen Mui fellow that sticks in my mind. We only just met him today. How does he know so much about us?
Actually, I found the attitude of the elders even more bizarre. It was as if they'd known about you for a long time.
You reckon? I didn't notice nothing weird. But if it's bugging you like, why don't you ask that old Shem Wassett bloke, eh?
You know, for once I actually agree with you, Yangus.
I seriously doubt he'll spit out the truth there and then, but it can't hurt to try.
Awake already? How do you feel? Did you sleep well? Glad to hear it. I'm counting on you. Today you will visit the heavenly dais. The path is a labyrinth. The entrance lies beyond a portal, beneath the council chamber. carefully. I cannot approach the Lord of the Dragovians in his present state, lest he drain my own strength away. Thus, I cannot accompany you to the dais, but I'll be fighting alongside you in spirit. I believe in you. I know you can bring the Lord of the Dragovians back to his senses.
humans dare to appear before me? Perhaps to offer themselves as sacrifices. Very well. Your wish is granted.
What have I done? After the ritual, everything felt wrong. As though I were entangled in the threads of some enduring nightmare. Humans? What are humans doing here? No, I remember now. You confronted me when I was out of control. Brave humans, you have my gratitude. Had you not put an end to my madness, it would have meant the end of the Dragovian race. I decided to abandon my human form, yet it was humans who rescued me. It appears my decision was a grave mistake. You? How can this be? You saved me. No. You saved all of the Dragovians. What a strange hand fate has dealt us.
How come he knows who you are, Gov? And what's all this about fate?
It seems you remain unaware of your true origins. Or perhaps your memories have yet to be reawakened. Very well. You are the child of a human father and a Dragovian mother. The blood of both races runs through your veins. But of that I will speak no further. Consult your grandfather if you wish to know more. Chen Mui, I sense your presence. Reveal yourself. I should have known your penetrating gaze would see through my disguise, my lord. Forgive me. I apologize for hiding my identity from you for so long. I am your grandfather. I disguised myself as Munchie so that I could travel alongside you and see that you were all right. I understand you must be shocked. Anyone would be. And now I will fulfill my promise to unravel the mystery of your birth for you. It is quite a long tale, however. May I suggest we adjourn to my home, where we can speak at our leisure? Very well. I shall transport you back to the sanctuary. Please visit me again once Chen Mui has satisfied your curiosity. There is still much for us to discuss as well. You have earned the right to undertake the Dragovian trials. Home again. Home again. The power of the Lord of the Dragovians is a wondrous thing. Well then, there is something I would like to give you. Follow me. This is a keepsake of your mother, Xia. It was given to her as a present by your father. Does the jewel set in the ring seem familiar at all? I thought it might. It's an argon heart, obtained by your father 20 years ago, during his initiation as Prince of Argonia. Long ago, some 20 years previous, a curious Dragovian girl by the name of Gia decided to visit the world of the humans. There, she chanced to meet a young prince named Eltrio. It was love at first sight. But her father, Chenmui, none other than yours truly, objected. He took Xia back home to the Dragovian sanctuary so that the couple could never meet again. He thought it was the right thing to do. He believed there would never be any way for a Dragovian and a human to build a happy life together. But he was wrong. His foolish decision caused no end of sadness and tragedy for his beloved daughter Xia. Shortly after Chenmui forced his daughter back to the sanctuary, a human body was found just outside. It was Eltrio. He had fought desperately to find Xia again, but died just before reaching the gates of the sanctuary. The death of her true love wounded Xia to her very soul. She plunged into an inconsolable sorrow. Her life ebbed away from her day by day. One day, even while absorbed in her grief, Xia realized that she was pregnant with Eltrio's child. Every single one of the Dragovians objected, but she stood firm and decided to keep the baby. Xia delivered a healthy baby boy, but in her weakened state, she never recovered from the strain of childbirth and passed away soon after. The Council of Elders convened a discussion to decide what should be done about the half-human, half-Dragovian child. It took several years, but finally, the Council of Elders announced their final decision. The child's memory would be sealed away, and he would be banished from the sanctuary forever. Needless to say, by this time, Chenmui had changed his mind. He argued against the cruel and closed-minded decision at great length. But the Council of Elders refused to reverse it. Chenmui cursed himself for his powerlessness. Shortly thereafter, the Lord of the Dragovians used his power to seal away the child's memories, and the boy was expelled from the sanctuary. The boy was Chenmui's last remaining connection to his only daughter. He knew he could never truly abandon the child. So, Chenmui begged the Lord of the Dragovians for permission to follow his grandson into the human world. The Lord of the Dragovians told Chenmui that he would only allow it if Chenmui disguised his true appearance as a mouse and never spoke directly to the boy. Considering the hardship his grandson would be facing as an exile and an orphan in a totally new and unknown world, Chenmui made up his mind at once. He transformed himself into the likeness of a mouse and chased after the boy as quickly as he could. And now you know the whole story. My apologies for keeping it from you until now. Please forgive this doddering old man. As for the ring, I would like you to have it. I think Shia, your mother, would have wanted it that way. Perhaps you should have another look around the sanctuary. Or would you like to hear the story again? Hardly a surprise, given the length of the tale. Let us make our rounds of the sanctuary and tell everyone of your valiant service to the Dragovian elders.
Gav! Hey, long time no see, eh? I ain't seen your mug since we polished off that fat geezer. I've been playing it straight, Gav. None of that dodgy business I was up to before I met you. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of trading, you know, bits and bobs like. Been sailing round and selling stuff in all the places we went to together. This bird, mate of mine's been bugging me for ages to help her with it. So here I am. You're looking at Yengus, the important exporter now. Anyway, I heard your big news. So you're head of the palace guards then, eh? Diamond. I'm well chuffed I can help you out on your first big job and all. And it's for none other than our darling horse Prince. Oh, listen to me. She ain't an horse anymore, is she? So we're escorting the princess to a wedding at Sevilla Cathedral, right? I don't know, though. Beats me why she's still marrying that charmless bloke, after all that's happened. Oh yeah, nearly forgot. I was supposed to give you a message from this old minister I saw on the way over. Seems the princess is ready to deport now. So you can go and fetch her from her room, like. I'll be waiting down in the courtyard then, eh? See you in a bit.
Ah, it's been a while. I came as soon as I heard the news. So, it seems we'll have the honor of escorting the lovely princess. I just ran into Yengus too, same as ever. I'm a busy man, as you know, so I wasn't too thrilled at first at having to drop everything and come over. But it is good to see the old gang again. Anyway, are you really alright with this wedding going ahead? You don't have to stick around if it's too hard for you. Just do what you have to do, my friend. Like I did when I left the Abbey.
Oh, Angelo's so wonderful. You know, he looks after children who don't have anywhere else to go. Don't you? He says he wants to repay all the kindness Abbot Francisco showed him when he was all alone in the world. Isn't he just the sweetest man you ever met?
Hey, no need to tell the whole world. I have a certain image to maintain with my admirers. Well then, see you in a bit. I'll be down in the courtyard taking a break. Come and find me when you're ready.
Long time no see. How have you been? You look pretty well, that's for sure. But how come you haven't visited me in Alexandria? I've missed you. You know, I was planning to go off and live on my own, but my mother was so worried I ended up settling down back at home. I guess the time I spent away from home made us both realize what's truly important to us. We get on really well now. I'm not much of a replacement for my brother, but I've decided to stay and look after Alexandria. With everyone's help, of course. But enough of that. Have you heard? Apparently Yangus and Red have teamed up now and they're doing something together. Can you believe it? Last I remember, they couldn't exchange 2 words without 3 insults. I wonder what went on between them. Huh? You're on your way to pick up Princess Medea? Yeah, I guess it's time to get going. Okay then. I'll be waiting for you down in the courtyard.
I suppose this is the last time I'll play the piano like this in here. I wonder if there'll be a piano I can play in Argonia. Thank you for coming. Is it already time to leave? I asked the minister to have you call on me so that we could take one last walk through the castle, alone together. I know it's not quite time yet, but I wanted to say goodbye to you properly. To thank you for everything you've done. The times I've spent here in Tradaine Castle, with you, will be memories I shall treasure for always. I have to marry the Prince of Argonia to fulfill my royal duty. And you have to... Please continue to serve my father and protect Tradaine, just as you always have. Oh. So then, shall we go? It won't do to keep people waiting too long.
Well, so this is Sevilla Cathedral. What a perfect place for a grand royal wedding. Excellent work, young man. You did an admirable job of escorting us. Your duty here has now been fulfilled. You shall stay the night at the inn and return to Trudane tomorrow.
But I thought they'd all be attending the wedding.
I'm sorry, Princess, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Well, well, pleased to make your acquaintance indeed. I am Prince Charmley of Argonia. Goodness, you must be Princess Medea. Charmed, I'm sure. One look at you is enough to make me forget all the other beautiful girls I've ever met. I'm the luckiest man in the world to have you as my wife.
Blimey. What's with all the romance? I didn't know you had it in you, Charmless.
It's Charmley. Oh, aren't you those servants from the initiation? No doubt you're here because you heard the news of my wedding. Well, I'm afraid this is as far as you can come. I can't possibly have commoners like you at such a grand royal affair. It's not as if you're aristocracy, or wealthy, or, well, anything.
That brat is unbelievable. Can't let us in on account of our being too common, indeed. The preening little snob. It's been a while since the initiation, but he is still just as obnoxious as ever. And yet tomorrow, he's going to be marrying the princess. Can you believe it? Wait a minute. The ring. You still have the ring, don't you? The one that belonged to your father. If you have it with you, go and show it to King Clavius. If he knew you were his nephew, he might just change his mind about this ridiculous marriage. Go and find him at the Lord High Priest's place and see what he says. It has to be worth a try.
I remember. You are the adventurer I gave the royal magic mirror to some time ago. What brings you here tonight? You look like you have something important to tell me. That ring. It's set with an argon heart. How on earth did you acquire it? I must admit that your tale is enough to give even me pause. It sounds as if you truly are Eltrio's son. How else could you possibly know all the things you just told me? If my brother had not left his country behind to go after your mother, he would be king of Argonia now. And if you had been born a prince, then I suppose it would be you marrying Princess Medea tomorrow. But those are just what-ifs. It would throw the kingdom into turmoil if another heir appeared at this late hour. I cannot possibly recognize your claim. Please try not to think badly of me. You must consider the subject closed. Please leave now.
Rise and shine, Gov. The princess will be getting itched in a bit. We've come all this way. We should at least try and get a glimpse of her all dolled up. I'll go on ahead then, eh? I'll be waiting in front of that big church.
We thought you weren't coming. The ceremony's already started. It's bedlam up there with all those people. I doubt anyone would notice you among the crowd.
What a crowd! I can't see a thing from here!
What's going on? Has it already started?
People are saying that the bride looks stunning. I wish I was more like her.
I'm more interested in seeing the new Lord High Priest than the bride and groom, but it's impossible to see anything from here.
Congratulations, Princess Medea! Congratulations, Prince Charles! Hey, stop pushing! Wow! Oh.
There you are, Gov. I knew you'd turn up. Right, this way. Follow me. Well, we've got this far. Now, we just have to take care of that knight.
What?
You leave him to me, Gov. Go on, in you go.
Honestly, where has the princess got to? What's taking her so long? What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to ruin my wedding? I won't stand for it. Guards, get rid of him at once!
Wait! That will not be necessary. He has a right to be at this ceremony. I have reconsidered. You are the rightful groom.
Father? How can you say such a thing? I'm the rightful groom!
Yesterday evening, the boy you see standing there gave me this ring.
What's that? Is it an argon ring? I don't understand. Only members of the royal family who've passed the initiation should have a ring like that.
This ring belonged to my elder brother. It was Eltrio's ring. That boy is his son. It is only right that he should be the one to marry Princess Medea.
No! I won't allow it! Princess Medea is promised to me, so I'm the one who's going to be marrying her!
Pardon me for interrupting, Your Majesty. I've just received word that the bride is now ready to make her appearance.
Open the doors! Allow the bride to enter!
Oh, blimey, Father.
It's been a long journey. A lot has happened along the way, but it's all worked out well in the end. How curious to think that you would have been Prince of Argonia had things been different. Fate deals strange hands indeed. Well, pooh to those old promises made so many years ago. Now you two are free to decide your own destiny.
Never mind that now, Father. Look, we're home. Home for good.